really know what to do.
So Main Street Cycle reached out to me recently and asked me if I would do an install video of bar lights. And so Steve Crane, the owner of Main Street Cycle, sent me two 10-inch single row lights and one 40-inch bar light. Seems like to me it's a pretty solid housing. Easy hookup. It comes with the whips, which I'm very glad to hear that, although I didn't know that. So I got on Amazon and bought me a bag of extras. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take these, I'm going to do an install of these on my Segway Villain. We're going to see how bright they are, how good they look on the unit. I'm actually going to mount them to the roof here and one to the roof over here, the 40-inch to the front and the 210s to the back. As you can see, my garage is compromised right now. I got $30,000 worth of hardwood floor going into the house, and yeah, there's no room to work in here. And with it being a rainy day out, I'm gonna have to fight around all that mess to get these installed, but I'm gonna do it. So in each box comes a light with the whip, with the DT connector, the instructions, and all the hardware to mount it. Pretty detailed instructions as well. Not that it really matters because this is simple enough to install. And it's simple as this. You take your bolt, lock washer, flat washer. I like my brackets pointing out so I can bolt them onto my roof a little easier. Okay, so I have the brackets out. You can point them in if you choose. It's your decision. Next step, put them in. You're not going to lock them all the way on for now because you're going to have to move them and adjust them just to snug them up a little bit. Take the second one, do the same thing, put a lock washer and a flat washer. And put the other bolt and bracket on. Very simple. Now, one thing I won't be doing today is I will install them and I will jump them over to make them work, but I'm still working on my fuse block in my units, so I'm going to just run wires, and I have a battery I'm going to set to the side just to make sure that they all work good. And they do have a protective blue layer. I'm not sure if you can see, but they have a blue protective layer on them, and I'm not going to take it all the way off until I'm ready to turn them on. So we'll do the same thing with the 40-inch bar. We'll do the unbox real quick. This thing is a beast. It's heavy. So in each box, you're going to get the same thing, your hardware. Really well protected with the styrofoam. And here's, of course, is the DT connector, which comes with it. And like I said, I didn't know it came with it or not. And I do know that this wire seems a little heavier on this one, I guess because it's drawing more power. But we're going to do the same exact way on this one. This seems pretty rigid. We're going to put the brackets on and get it ready for the install as well. All right, so I decided to put it someplace that most of you probably wouldn't even consider putting it at. So what I decided to do is to put it right here, just above the rear bumper. And it's a nice clean reveal. I use these little brackets that I got from Nylite. They actually work pretty good. It comes with all kinds of little rubber, spacers and stuff. I think it goes from 1.25 inch all the way up to 2 inch. But it's nice and solid. I mean, this thing is not going to move. It's part of the unit. So as you can see, it's a really clean reveal back in there. It's not going to go anywhere. It's protected from sticks and debris. Will it get mud on it? Probably, but I'm not worried about that. So let's do a quick little power up of this. Like I said, I'm not running the wires yet because I'm doing my fuse block is going in my glove box. And I ain't done with that yet. That's a work in progress. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna use this battery here as a quick jump, just to have it powered on. But the lights will not move from this place from this point on. Look at that, guys. That is obnoxious bright. I can't even look into it. But look at what it's gonna do, man. Nice bat. We're doing night riding and stuff when I go to West Virginia this time, so the lights are gonna be a big plus. Nice, clean reveal. I mean, that just looks awesome, man. So when I am finished with this, that's gonna be the permanent location. Of course, I gotta reroute the wires wherever I'm gonna take them to, but this is where it's gonna end up staying. Guys, I gotta admit, that looks really good. Most of you may not have considered putting it there, but as long as you're above the bumper and above the muffler and you have a heat shield, you're gonna be fine. So that's where that one's staying. And I mean, that is obnoxious bright. Wow. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now we got the front one mounted. And unfortunately, with the curvature of the roof, it makes it kind of difficult to put it up here or to use the nightlight brackets to mount it here because of the way the angle of the roof protection is. So you've got a limited space here that you can mount it on your plastic roof, which it looks okay. I'm not going to complain about it. You still get it nice and solid. It's just part of the roof. It's not going anywhere. Nice and solid. But the next step, let's turn it on. All right, guys. Now I'm going to hook the temporary light up onto my battery. Like I said, I don't have my fuse block in there yet, so I got my cable started to it, but I'm not done with it. Oh my goodness, look at that. My goodness, is that bright. Still got the plastic film on it. Guys, that will absolutely, positively blind you. It looks really good. Look at that. I'm very impressed with that. It looks good. I was really concerned that because you can't tell with the light on, but back here in the unit, or up here, you can see it doesn't match. It doesn't match the rake of the roof here, but that's not going to matter at the end of the day. Man, that looks really good. May have it pointing up a little too high, but guys, ignore my garage, man. I got that pallet of wood and everything. Man, it's a stinking mess in here. But at the end of the day, that's going to do this video, man. Look at that. Well, I pity the fool in front of me, because they're going to get burned. All right, guys, so that's going to conclude the video. Steve did give me 2 of these lights, but I don't want 2 of them. I was going to put 2 up there, but since there's no... It's too curved, man. I can't keep them straight, so I'm just going to put the one here at the back by the bumper and the one on the roof, and that's where they're going to go. That's going to conclude this video, guys. So for all your good parts and stuff for your Segways, your CF Moto, Main Street Cycle. There'll be a banner here somewhere showing the number, the address, the whole 9 yards. Tell Steve I sent you. For now, peace out, God bless, and see you later.